Going to start with um, is Bellman's Vaults. Bellman's Vaults. So that was on my 2013 um, book. So while you guys are looking that up, I will play it for you. And it's a really cool, fun tune to play in minor key. Sorry. So there you have it. That's Bellman's Vaults. It's a very Viking driving tune, traditional piece. There's a lot of tunes named after a fellow bellman who was a fiddler. And the only thing to note about this tune after I show it, which I'll get to in the B part, is that it has this sort of C sharp and then it goes to a C natural at the end of that phrase. So that's the only little tricky part. I also recommend for all the people who have stringed instruments or have drones, really crank out the drone on the D minor, on the D. So it starts on a C, and I'll play it for you slowly, and I'll kind of give you the fingering here for those of you who can see my nickel harpa. There's a G sharp right there. And then again. I'll do it one more time for you. So that's the A part, and here's the B part. Starts on that E. There's that C natural, and then it goes back to the A part. And then a B part again. So you may notice in a lot of the Swedish music, the structure of Swedish folk tunes, a lot of them, not saying all of them, a lot of them, the B part incorporates the last part of the A part. So when you learn the A section, you're actually learning 2/3 of the song, which makes it easier to remember. Does anybody have any questions? Do they want me to go over that again? Any more slower, or should we just play the tune together? Any?
Nothing in the chat.
Okay, well then let's play the tune together. So this tune really does go kind of fast, but I won't play it too fast. But it does. It is a very up tempo tune. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. More time. All right.
There's one question in the chat, and that is the C in measure 4 of the B part a C natural or a C sharp?
It flips between them. So
Well, no, wait. What I'm asking is in your written manuscript in measure 4, that C is notated as a C sharp, but when you were talking, you said it was a C natural. So I'm just trying to find out if it's supposed to be a C natural or a C sharp.
let me see if I can find the tune and where I mean the way I played it is the way I remember it. Oh, it's
Okay.
right here. So the second measure has a C sharp, but the fourth measure has a C natural.
Okay, because
So,
it's notated with a C sharp.
oh, it is? Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
No worries. I just want to make sure I'm playing it right. Thanks.
No, mistakes happen.
Yeah. I figured as much.
Yeah, no, that's a very unusual little thing right there, and probably I would suspect that that C natural really isn't a natural. It probably is a blue tone. So if you have an in-between note, that's a perfect place to put it in, right there.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. All right, well, there's Bellman's Waltz, and that's a very typical type of Swedish or Nordic waltz. As you can notice, it's not pretty. It's very aggressive. It's really meant to drive in a sort of a trance-like feel in the dance, and it has that sort of sawing. It feels like somebody's sawing away at with a log or something, and you're supposed to bring out that quality. So that's part of it. Very Viking-esque. But with that, we shall now turn to, I think I want to do SM Waltz by Anders Ericsson. And I don't know much about this particular tune. I do know that it is Olaf Olaf, our fiddler, Sudabak, his favorite waltz. At least he told me once. And somebody told me that it was written for a Swedish soccer or football team. I don't know if that's anything true to that, but it is a very nice tune, and so I will play it for you, and we'll take a look at it. Completely different type of waltz. Sorry, one more time. So there you go. It's a very pretty tune. Um, this one, as you notice, it goes and has this E minor in the B part, which is very pretty, and it ends on that E minor instead of staying in the G. So I will try to show it to you here. It's fairly straightforward waltz, starting on the A part. That's the first half. And that's the whole A part. Any questions about that? That's pretty straightforward. So the B part is longer than the A part, so it has more measures. It starts on this sort of run-up, pickup measure. Let me play that for you again. And then it goes to an E minor. And then it repeats. we go. I'll play it for you again, the B part. And that's the whole B part. Does any questions? I see some, let's see.
Lovely waltz. They're learning outside, and a seagull sat down to listen and won't go, and so they hope your class is open to other species.
Yeah, absolutely. They're encouraged. When we play at Lark, there's a lot of crows and ravens and other squawking animals, which are always welcome. Would anybody like me to go over that slowly, or should we just play it through a couple of times together? That's one way of getting the whole piece. Let's do it together then. All right, here we go. And I encourage, if you can, to play a lot of double stops. And it's a tune that really becomes lush and beautiful the more harmonies involved that you can include in the melody. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. More time. All right, there you go, SM Valse. It's a very, very pretty tune. So as I said, the more harmonies you can get into that tune, the more lush and beautiful it becomes. So let's move on to another more modern tune. This is a tune, again, written by Josephina Paulson. She was the same person who wrote Polska Till Atom, which we played, I think, in our second day. I think it was the second day, or it was the first day. And she wrote this tune, and it's called Fredrika. I don't know who Fredrika is. And it's a cool tune. Again, has this sort of more sawing sort of feel to it. It's kind of a funny little tune. I like it a lot. It's just got a little joy to it. So while you guys are pulling that out, I will start. I'll play the tune for you so you can hear it. There you go. There is Fredrika for you. Any questions before I show the tunes nice and slow? Okay. Here is the tune. Let me try to make sure I have the nickel harpa in your sight so you can see the fingering. This particular nickel harpa is tuned in the standard viola tuning, or sometimes called the D tuning. So it's if you play a violin, the fingerings are pretty much the same. Okay, here we go. Sorry, I think I got the rhythm wrong. Let me try it one more time, nice and slow. So that's the A part, and going on to the B part. Here's the pickup, and you land on a C sharp. So let me see, is there any questions that anybody has about this?
Nothing in the chat.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead then and just play through the tune a few times. This tune also goes at a fairly quick pace, so we'll play it not really fast, but at a nice clip. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. All right.
We had one person ask if you could play it a few more times through a little
Oh,
slower. A little
sure.
slower.
I'm happy to do that slower. Sure. I'm sorry I didn't see that before I went into it. All right, I'll play it just a couple more times, nice and slow for you. Starts on a D. Hope you can see my fingering there. I think I could mess that up. Hold on a second. One more time. Was that sufficient? I think. So just let you know, a lot of these tunes. I know that in some workshops, what the objective is to try to actually get everybody to learn the tune and know it perfectly. And in this, we're just trying to introduce great tunes. You'll have ample opportunity. I think these workshops are recorded, and you can at your leisure, at home, work through it on your own pace. But in the interest of trying to get through as many waltzes as we can today, I will push on. And we're going to now play yet another tune written by a famous Swedish, you could say, cittern bouzouki player. This is Aryeh Müller. He's a absolutely fantastic musician. Plays every instrument known to man and woman, all incredibly well. And he wrote this one tune called Summer Waltz, which is the tune I want to play. So I thought that would be a nice tune to have for since it is summer. And yeah, it's a very lovely tune. So here we go. This is a much more pretty tune. Am I in your view here? Am I in everybody's view? Okay, here we go. So there you have it. That's Summer Waltz. I have a kind of a funny little story about this tune. I was watching the series Vikings on television a few years ago, and I heard this tune come on. They were doing a sort of a big banquet, and said, I recognize that tune. I know that tune. I knew that tune. So I had it on video and I replayed it over and over again. Finally, I realized it was this tune. And I actually wrote Aryeh Müller to find out if he got any royalties. And he had not gotten any money from the television series. So I told him to go pursue it, since that would have been a lot of money in royalties. So
Oh,
anyway,
yeah. There's one person in the chat who's asked if you could sit a bit further back so we could see your fingers.
sure. Well, what I was going to do at this point was teach this to tune rather slowly and have my nickel harpa up like this, so you can sort of see. Is that okay? About that position? Does that look good for everybody?
I see nodding and thumbs ups.
Okay. All right. So here we go from the top. Starting on a D here for the pickup, it goes, and then you kind of do this sort of arpeggio. And then you repeat. And that's the whole A part. I'll do it one more time. Let's do it one more time for good measure. So there's the A part. Is everybody good with that? Also, it's all good. Okay, let's move on to the B part. Then it starts on an F sharp for pickup, and it lands on the A. Let's play that one more time from the top of the B part. And then it kind of does this sort of phrase down. Okay, so just a quick comment. I'm not sure this is written into the music or not, but the very last phrase of the B part is slightly different when you play it the first time through than the second time through. And I'm not sure if that is just a variation or it's part of the music. What the original recording has this variation in it, and they do it each time. So I thought it was part of the music, but when I play it with other people, they're not aware of this variation. They just play the first ending each time. So it's up to you to decide whether or not you want to do that variation. I'll put it in this, but if it turns out that you don't remember it or something, that's okay. Most people don't actually play the last two measures differently each time they play it, the tune. So would anybody like me to do that again slowly, or would you like me just to go ahead and play the tune? Any comments before we play the tune? Play it? Yes? Yes, play it again? Okay, we'll play through it just straight. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Well, 1, 2, 3, 1. More time. All right, there you have it, Summer Waltz. It's a very pretty tune. Uh, One of the most famous waltzes was written by Roger Tolroth of Wesen, named Josephine's Dop Waltz. People play it all the time in Irish sessions, and it is a lovely tune. I think it is absolutely gorgeous. Unfortunately, it's been a little bit overplayed, and I'm trying to replace it with other tunes that are just as good, and that one is just as good. So
There's a couple of comments in the chat about it saying that it's very sweet and that it's a beautiful tune.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, great. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It's a lovely, lovely tune. And enough musicians know it so that if you take it to an Irish session or a jam session, you probably get few people who will play it along with you. So let me see here. What do I have next? Well, I have one. I think I can do one last tune. And it is a really strange tune to end with. This is a very, very dark, bizarre, weird tune, and I'm not sure it's it's the one to end with the whole workshop with, but here it is. We're going to play. It's called Waltz after Carl Persson, and this tune is again a sawing tune. It has a big, very, very dark feel to it. This tune is feels so old that it has a nickname called the Stone Age Waltz. Oh, trollish. Thank you. Yes, troll. It's very troll-like, very dark. I really enjoy the tune a lot, but I know that for some people it may not be their cup of tea. I want to recognize that right off the bat. And it isn't, I'm sorry, but so it goes. But I do like these sort of very, very dark tunes. It's kind of a funky little tune. So we're going to play it. It's in A minor. And so it's kind of hard to keep the double stops, but you do want to have as much of the drone as you can on this tune. So I'm going to give it a try. So here we go. So yeah, that is a pretty weird tune. I'm glad you like that tune. Thanks for your vote of confidence, Nicole. I appreciate that. Um, so you can hear it just a strange tune. But I think one of the things that I like to impart is that, Swedish Nordic music can be very exotic. Sometimes it can get so strange it's hard to even make out what's going on if there's any melody. This tune I heard, one of their very first tunes I heard a long time ago back in the 90s, and it always captivated me because there's something about it that feels like you really gone into a dark forest. And it has a very strange B part, which I found very funky. So I'll show it to you, and we'll kind of break it apart. It starts off with this two pickup on the A's and it goes to a C. That's the whole A part. And I'll do it one more time. So that's the first part of the A part. That's the A part, the whole thing. And then it goes to, then it has a pickup. And then it reverses itself. And that is really tough. The way it was told to me is you have to imagine a wheel going forward and then suddenly reversing on itself. So da 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 dum bum ba da ga da ga da ga dum bum ba da ga da ga da ga da ga da ga dum. And that's the way you kind of think of the phrases to kind of remember how it goes. Let me try it again. I'll play that again. And then it goes back to the A part. And I'll bring it out even more peculiar. A lot of Swedes, when they play this song, they separate the first two eighth notes so it sounds something like this. They really separate those two eighth notes, and it makes it even more bizarre than it already is. Does anybody, I know this is a strange tune, and I can't always tell if people get it or not, if I'm explaining it well enough. Any comments? Anybody? Yes, no, thumbs up, thumbs down? We got thumbs up? We got thumbs up? Oh, great. I got a lot of thumbs up. All right, well, let's go ahead and play the tune. Oh, the B part. I thought I did do the B part. That was this strange. I'll do the B part one more time. It starts on these pickup, and then it goes. And then it turns around here, and then it goes back to the A part. All right. Did you get that, Beverly? Okay. I hope so. Well, one thing we should do is just go ahead and play the tune. I'm going to play it in the upper octave and the lower octave. And as I mentioned, really try to get the drone in this song. So play as much of an E and A's as you can. Try to keep those drones wherever you got them on your instrument. Really smash into it and get as gritty as you can. You want to feel like a troll for this song. Okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Sorry, everybody. Stop. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. One more time. All right, there you go. Very odd, dark tune to end our workshop on. Does anybody have any questions? This is a good time. We have about 4 minutes left. Does anybody have any comments or questions they want to send to me? No? Okay. Well, I want to thank all of you for joining me in this workshop, and I want to thank everybody. Give a big hand to Nicole, who made all of this workable. You have no idea. She did a lot of background work to make this smooth. So we really appreciate what you did. Thank you so much, Nicole.
Oh, you're
Thanks,
so welcome.
Nicole.
I would love to have everybody just unmute and give Aryeh applause and thanks for just a quick second. 'Cause
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. It's an
Oh yeah,
amazing
great to
workshop.
see you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And it looks like there's a question in the chat about that tune that we just played, as well as all of the thank yous. So if everybody could do it again.
Okay, let's see here. It says, there occasion to take off the last beat in the last measure of the A part and B part in the songs. I'm not sure if I understand that question, I'm afraid. Can you clarify that? I have a question here. How can we learn more about Swedish music? Well, there is the internet. uh, so look, I'm going to make a little comment about this. I think this is kind of important. When I came to bring Swedish music to Lark a long time ago, I had fallen in love with the music, but having become familiar with it, there's a large range of tunes and music. Some of it is extremely difficult, extremely exotic, and almost incomprehensible. You have to be steeped in the music for decades and decades to even comprehend what it is. And then there's some tunes which are not very interesting. They're very arpeggiated. You know that tune, oh, da, 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 you know, it's very, it's almost like a Teutonic beer hall, beer stein music, which I not find very interesting. The tunes that I like are sort of these in-between tunes, which are old. They have a medieval feel to them, but they're, I would say, unusual within the repertoire. And so I try to pick out these gems to make the music translatable. So if you were to go on the internet and look at all this music, you would find tens of thousands of tunes, not all of which would be very interesting or very captivating. That's what I try to do, try to find the gems within all that. But if there's one band you want to listen to, one group, and get yourself your toe dipped in, everybody agrees the best band in the world is Wesen, and I'll type that in for you if I can. Hold on a second. We'll put it in. It's V with an umlaut, S-E-N. There you have it. Listen to them, and from there you will be led into a whole other world of exciting, thrilling, captivating. But warning: once you get in it, you're done. That's it. You'll be completely taken away by Swedish music. Learning more about orientation of particular phrasing. That's a very hard. It's a difficult thing. You know, you have to steep in the music. So come to Lark, take lessons from Olaf, and we had Rule. What was his name again, Nicole? David Rule. I forgot his first name.
Tim Rude.
Yes, Tim
There we
Rude.
go. Thank you, Donna.
Yes, thank
He
you.
has a jam session every Friday night,
There you go.
and you play along with him on his website. He has the link, and he has all the music printed out that's in his repertoire. It's different than yours.
Yes,
It's
definitely.
not as archaic sounding like you say.
It can be. There's a
So I
song-
hate to interrupt all, but it is 2 o'clock, and I'm pretty sure that Yael will be here in a moment to do some improv. In fact, I
Yael
see
is
her
here.
showing up now. So, Aryeh, do you have a second to maybe talk to people in the main room or something if they've got more questions?
Yeah, I'll go to the main room. Sure, let's go. Let's do that. We're going to the main room.
Great. Thank you, folks.
Hi,
Nicole's,
Aryeh.
Nicole's the best moderator ever.
Yes.
Woo!
Ever. Ever true.
Yeah, I'm gonna duck out to the main room quick and come back
Okay,
because I want to see what he's gonna post in the main room. I'll be right
go
back.
for it, Kathy.
Thank you.
And if
Why?